And we are actually live
We are live as I'm trying to like stick my books in the thing.
in the frame there.
I wanted to be in there a little bit, just a little.
We'll give everybody some time to get in here before we start talking. It's so small in the corner up here. So I'm
Hmm.
glad you have the book so people can see the detail on it.
I did a lot of mixing of audio and Kindle and physical,
Okay.
which was which was different because I don't normally do all of the things, but I did not annotate or any of that. I'm excited. We're alive.
We're live. We got a couple people on there. Say hey down in the comments so we know who's here.
Hello, hello, hello.
Daylight savings was yesterday, so everybody's out of whack because it's really
Hmm.
7 o'clock. But
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I felt like it was taking me forever to like cook dinner, and then I was trying to fix all my clocks, and I'm like, what time is it? It's bad when you have to use your cell phone to figure out what time it is because none of the ones in your house work.
oh, I use my cell phone for everything. I don't even know if we have clocks.
Hi.
Hi, Shalane.
Hi, Shalane.
Got a couple
We
other
made it.
people here hanging out. I am
This is
so
so
excited. It's
exciting.
Halloween weekend. It's my birthday week because my birthday's on Friday. We're going to Vegas tomorrow, so
Rub it
I'm
in.
just all
It's
over
it's
it.
too early. It's too early. Mm-mm. No, we're book talking right now.
Yeah, well, I'll be book reading all week because I ain't doing nothing else.
Do you have your list already set up for what you're taking?
No, me and Emily still got to finish packing a little bit. Well, by say finish packing, I mean we got to start packing. But I got to figure out. I'm going to take my Kindle and what we have in there, and I'm just going to read some of those. But I think I'm going to take a couple physical books. I just don't know which
Okay.
ones.
Okay. That sounds good. Or you can just be like me and load your Kindle up with, 500 books.
I have quite a few, but like I want to be in the mood.
I
So
got like
thank you
500
very much,
books.
Shalane, for the early birthday wishes. I'm going to be
It's too
104,
early.
and I look it.
No. Did you say 104? Oh my goodness.
I woke up this morning with a pinched nerve in my back because that's how I know I'm getting closer to 40.
Oh my gosh.
I am beat up.
You're not that bad. You're all right. We got this. Let's see. I'm going to turn the audio down on here because I want to like see. All right.
I have to keep adding myself in and then removing myself from the stage from my phone. It's
Mm-hmm.
real weird. It kicks me off.
Oh,
So ignore that person. There we go. There we go.
this is going to be so much fun.
Now I got
You're
that
like,
control.
no. Because I won't be able to. I mean, I could look from here.
No, nope. I'm getting him out of there because he was echoing and I didn't like that at all. So,
Okay.
hey, Shara.
Look, it's Shara. Shalane's birthday will be on 12/1.
Ooh, what day of the
The
week is
big
that? Is that
45. That's awesome. I feel like the baby in here. No,
that's
no,
we're gonna
actually, I'm
be
not. Shara's the
I don't-
baby.
Shara. Yeah, okay.
Shara's the
Um,
baby.
I guess are we gonna try and do the book talk for next month on the 30th, or are we gonna wait till the 7th? I'm trying to find that out.
Oh, well, we normally do the first one of the month. I mean, do you want to do it on the 30th?
I'm trying to figure out. So we started this. Well, we will start this week. So
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. That would be 4 weeks, and then we could do it on the 30th. Wait a second. Let me think about it. We film on the 9th. We film on the 23rd. The 30th would be perfect because then otherwise we're
Okay.
gonna have to film podcast and live show, and I ain't
Mm-mm.
with that.
No,
So
I can't
it'll be
do
a day
that.
before Shalane's birthday.
Okay, so we can have birthday party. Book
Yeah.
baddie here. She said something the other day that had me laughing so hard. She said, "May the reading force be with you." I loved it. I loved it. It was just like, I love that. I close my door. Okay, we're good.
All right, all right, all right. Oh, you'll be at a musical on the 30th. What musical? Because I love musicals. I am a musical
Musicals are
freak.
awesome. So
We might
maybe
have
we
to do a
do it
special edition,
early.
yeah, during the week.
Yeah.
Well, remember, Chilene's what 4 hours behind now, right? Chilene, is
Mm-hmm.
that right? Because of daylight
3.
saving time? No, you guys go back too, so it's still three.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours. Oh my gosh,
It's that Mountain Standard Time. That's the one. That's the funky one.
is that the funky one? Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Kinky
funky one.
Boots. Oh, that one is so good.
Oh, that's cool.
I've never seen it live, but I've seen it. Obviously, of course, High School Musicals all the time.
That's one thing I never really did was any.
You took your birthday off. What your birth? Oh, your birthday's a Monday. That makes sense.
Oh, that is
I was like, wait,
good. My favorite day to take off is Monday. Mondays and Wednesdays.
I cannot take a Monday off. It's just
I
I can't.
love Mondays and Wednesdays. It's just something about it's so freeing to
I don't
just
like
take
a
off a
Wednesday
Monday.
either. I'll take a Thursday, Friday anytime. I hate a
Wednesday's
Monday.
right in the middle. Work 2, have off, work 2, have off.
If I have off, I don't want to come back.
We'll see. We have to work. We're not
I agree,
we
but
have to
I
work.
don't. I begrudgingly work. Okay, it's not. It's not a choice. It's
I
not a
do not like
volunteer.
taking Tuesdays off though. That is like the worst day to take off is Tuesdays.
That's my work from home day. So Tuesdays and Fridays. So that's how I get through it.
I've been doing Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, I gotta have that Friday off because when that second 5 o'clock hits, I'm like gone out the
Ooh,
door.
I
We
can
got
put
stuff to do.
hearts on here. Ooh,
She's distracted, y'all.
hearts and celebration thingies.
Or what are you on the YouTube app?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't have all that fancy stuff over here on the StreamYard side,
But
but
that's okay, because if I like something, I can put a heart on it or I can laugh. And they
we
won't
did.
know
I
it's
did
me.
download the Halloween pack. It's too late, but there were overlays
Oh,
for, and I'm
those
like,
are
oh, we should have
cool.
done.
We
We were
could
too
still
late.
do the witchy one because Weyward is witchy.
Is it though?
Yes, it is witchy. It is witchy.
I don't know. I
That
disagree.
one actually, no, that one's too spooky.
It's
Well, it's not spooky, but well,
oh,
I
that's
mean, it's got it doesn't match the theme of the book.
my gosh.
Wayward
Nothing
was
matches
not
the theme of the book.
spooky at all. I was
It
hoping it
wasn't
was going to
really
be
that
a little
witchy either.
spooky. I mean, I think it's because there's different type of witches. Said, "Oh, you fancy." I love it. I
But
think it's because there's different types of witches.
I
And
mean,
I
I
mean,
agree.
we'll
I
talk
see
further into it.
the witchy aspect, but
Mhm.
it's more of a metaphor than it is like witchy.
Mhm. But I mean, there's all kinds of different witches. This was just a
Agreed.
different
I'm the
kind of
witchy
witch.
one. I know. I'm the one over here
Mhm.
with 14 packs of tarot cards and uh, oracle decks and everything else. I'm the witchy one.
I'm not.
Let me tell you, if I walk outside and the moon is out,
Mhm.
I spend 5 minutes staring at the moon. I don't
Well,
need anything else in life.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. The moon is
There
actually
was
really awesome.
one tiny little circle while we were out finishing up trick or treating on Friday,
Mhm.
and I could tell that's where the moon was because there was a little bit of light coming through the cloud, but it was thick clouds. It was really cloudy, and I was like, "Come on, just give me a shot of the moon." And right when I said it, that moon came out, and I made all the kids stop and look at the moon with me.
I love it. See, Quan gets mad at me when I'm like, "Look at the sky," and I'm like taking a picture of the clouds, and he's like, "Really? Just stop." And I'm like, "But it's beautiful. It's nature. I love nature, especially
Me
when
too.
it's like my favorite time is the golden. They call it like the golden time of day, which is
Hmm.
like that sunsetting time. That is my favorite.
Yeah, I like twilight. It's like the perfect time where it's dark, but it's not so dark. The stars are
Mhm.
starting to come out. It's just really nice.
Mhm. I love it.
It's giving Kate vibes.
I love
All
it. All right,
right,
so
let's
are
get
we
started.
ready?
Yeah, I
All
guess as ready
right.
as I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be very candid with y'all. I read this book in 2023, and I was supposed to reread it, and I didn't. So shame on me.
But you still remembered it though.
Yeah, I got all my notes and everything. So I'm like, I'm still here to have the discussion, but I was hoping to be able to, because I gave it a pretty decent rating, and I was curious if it was going to hold up. So I'll have to
Especially
see if
because you don't usually reread books.
I don't reread books, and I think that's part of the reason
Mm-mm.
why. Like I was planning on doing it today, but I just didn't want to. I don't like rereading.
You would have to read something like that really completely, and she said tree hugger. Oh my gosh. I would say that, oh crap, what was I saying?
Rating reread.
Oh, rereads. Thank you. I think I'm the old one. Okay, so it would have to be something that really blew you away, like The Red Rising or like your
But
Sanderson
even
books,
that, I don't think I'm ever going to reread a Sanderson book. I just don't. There is
because
a
they're so
level of
long. They're
commitment
s-
to that.
they're so
I just don't see it.
long.
Maybe when I'm like, when I say never, I mean like in the next decade. But like
Hmm.
maybe in another 20 years when I got grandkids or whatever, and they're wanting to
Like,
like,
let me
I guess
tell you
20 is
about
not
this
enough.
book.
Um, but yeah, like my kids might be into it. I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit it then. But
Hmm.
and then I also get the urge to read books. Like from our Halloween episode, I talked about Hex, the witch
Hmm.
book there,
Hmm.
and I might reread that on my vacation because I'm just so drawn to that one right now, and I'm like, might as well take advantage of it and reread it.
Absolutely.
We'll
I
see.
finished my Iron Flame Fourth Wing reread, and I still
Oh,
haven't picked up Onyx Storm yet.
it's hard. It's hard out
It's
there, y'all.
hard. It is. It's hard. All right, so you want to do the summary?
Um, yeah, if you give
No?
me a second.
Me? Okay, I'll do it.
You got yours open. Yeah, you go for it.
All right, so Wayward by Emilia Hart. Beautiful book. I just love the way the book looks. And yes, I'm very proud to say that I have the physical of this book.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
you bought the physical.
actually I bought it probably like 2 years ago, but I never read it. It just
Gotcha.
sat on my shelf because it was part of that buy one get one. And I bought like a bunch of books. And I'm like, yeah, I'll read it one day. Never read it, just sat on the shelf.
What'd
All
you
right.
read?
So this novel unfolds across three time periods and focuses on three women. They're linked by blood, place, and a latent gift connected to the natural world. We have 1619, which is Altha, living in rural Cumbria, which is Crow's Beck. Ugh. Try saying that fast. Altha is a healer taught by her mother. When a local farmer dies in a tragic accident, Altha is accused of witchcraft. Violet, 1942. At 16, Violet lives at Orton Hall, the grand estate owned by her father. She longs for scientific study and freedom while societal expectations in the war press in. She begins to uncover family secrets, including those tied to the Weyward line and the cottage her great aunt will inherit. 2019, we have Kate. Kate is living in London in a very abusive relationship. When she inherits Wayward Cottage from her great aunt Violet, connection there, she flees to Cumbria to rebuild. There she discovers her ancestors' legacy, the wild that runs in her veins, and the strength she must claim for herself.
Booyah. Like you could tell. So when I read this book, I read it when I was on my I'm gonna call it like women's literature kick. So I read a book
Hmm.
called When Women Were Dragons. I read this. I read
Hmm.
Lessons in Chemistry. I just read all these books that were just like strong female characters. And so this
Hmm.
fit. And I think that's why I had such a good time with the book when I read it. Because it is very empowering to women and reclaiming your voice, your identity, your power, things like that. So I enjoy books like that, but I gotta be ready for a slower read. And this one definitely is slower.
Yes, I was going to say this one was a slower read for me. It did keep my attention, but it was like I had to keep pulling myself in because I was looking for like the action. I have been reading so much fantasy lately. I was just waiting at it like, okay, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. But it was at the same time where you're like reading, you're like, oh, and you can easily flip through the pages. So it was an easy read. It was just like you said, slower. Um, I enjoyed it. I am all team girls rule, so I definitely was rooting for everything. I liked how the connection was there. Um, Still haven't quite, I mean, I guess I wish there was a little bit more of a connection with Alpha. I feel like that
Yeah, I
was
think that
mhm,
was more like a way to get. I mean, that time
mhm,
helps connect more to the connotation with witches. So I think that's
mhm,
why that's included. The book would have been a little different without it, but only a
mhm,
little bit. I don't think that Alpha was fully needed for the story to still be impactful. If they focused on
mhm,
Violet and Kate and that
mhm.
connection, I think this would have been a different book, but I think it may have been a bit stronger on some fronts.
Yeah, I will definitely say that Violet and Kate had the stronger presence in the book. Um,
They also have I think they carry the bulk of the book, especially
mhm,
I think they're about even, and then Alpha is
mhm.
just really, really small part of it.
Yeah, just bits and pieces to like mention her and like knowing that she you know, was she like the very beginning?
In terms of
Like, does she like is she technically like the very beginning of the lineage?
no, because she
That's what I
learned
couldn't
it
figure
from
out.
her mother.
Okay, and then her mother. Okay, all right then.
Yeah.
Huh?
So her mother taught her to be connected with that's kind of where it goes. You can expect that this just goes up generationally from the beginning of time,
Mhm,
where especially if this isn't set in America, so this wouldn't be native things, but if you're in Europe in that area of Europe, it's like Celtic origins,
mhm,
and the Celts
mhm.
were very nature bound and connected to nature. So I think that's kind of where it goes, and you can just expect at some point hundreds and hundreds of years ago there was people much more connected to the earth who were passing that down and it went away, and so
Mhm.
then it kind of got that weird connotation during the Puritan times.
That's something that I really enjoy in my books that I'm finding is like like generational type of connections and um I don't know. I feel like most of the books that I've read recently or the books that I'm going to read have that generational type of aspect to it. I don't know why I'm so drawn to that. I just think it's so cool for some reason.
What's it's a, Number one, it's a really cool storytelling aspect
Mhm.
because you get to see basically the same story or similar stories in different times and different settings with different technology and
Mhm.
politics and societal things. So it's a really cool storytelling tactic, but it's also really nice to see like I don't have like a good lineage with my family.
Mhm.
I my mom's family is all over the place. There was a lot of adoption and different things like that. And my dad,
Mhm.
as my dad is black, it's just so hard to find records going back so many generations. So we really
Mhm.
lose that aspect of it. So I think that's why I'm drawn to it.
Okay. No, it's just something about it. I just love, ancestry and generations. And I think it's just cool. It's like you said, it's a cool aspect to the story itself. And I'm looking at Bury Our Bones right here sitting under my thing. And I'm like, oh, wait, there's that.
Shara, how the story was completely unnecessary. Yeah, again, as a
Hmm.
metaphor to see how something can be misconstrued and say they just immediately go witch, like that's really the only
Hmm.
purpose of Alpha's story.
Yeah, because that was like literally the beginning of it. And even they were like, well, look for the marking or something. And there like was no
Mhm.
mark. And they're like, well, it was there. So it's like they didn't even know what they were looking for at the time. They were just
Yeah. There was I don't
long
remember if
shotting
it's
it.
this book. I don't think it's this book. There is a book. Oh no, no, it's called Lighthouse Witches. And which was more of a thriller that I read, mystery thriller. they used to do the needle test where they would
Mm-hmm.
poke women that were suspected of being witches in the tongue, and if it bled, if it bled, they were witches. And I'm like, let me stab you with something sharp and see if it bleeds, you idiot. That's the
Like,
same thing. Like
I would say,
if
like,
they
wouldn't
would
it bleed though?
100%. The drowning test for witches. Well,
Uh
if
huh.
they tie you and they put you underwater, and if you survive, you're a witch. But if you don't, I guess you were innocent. You've been vindicated. I'm like, she's dead.
Oh, it's too late now.
And so it's like it's a win-win for them, I guess. Jeez.
Uh huh. Yeah. No. All right. So let's talk about some themes in there. Just lying on that lady. I love it.
Well, let's see. Obviously, Shara, did you finish the book? Do you have a rating? I know Shalane didn't finish the book, um, but maybe you can give vibes on like how you're thinking your rating's gonna go, Shalane. I'm just curious to see what everybody else thought. My rating originally was a 4. It's probably more of a 3.5 rounded up because I really liked the writing. I really liked the characters at the time. I was in that
Hmm.
mode, so I'm gonna say 3.5 to 4.
I'm giving a 3.5. It was just so slow. If it had a little bit more action to it, I would definitely do a 4. Um, but it wasn't that, oh my goodness, 5 star, 6 star read. It was still a nice story to read.
Do you think this is a funny question? Do you think it would have been better or worse if we did the milestones for this one?
Maybe better.
Rating 3 from for Shara.
Okay.
Um,
I would say
see,
maybe better.
I wasn't sure because the last one we did the milestones was slow, and we struggled staying in it.
That one was just, that didn't
Oh,
really have any, she didn't start it.
it's staring at me.
It took
That's
me
all right.
forever to finish it. I think it took me like a good 2.5, 3 weeks. I was so excited at the beginning of the month. And then that's when I saw that it had won the poll. And I'm like, oh, I can't read it that early. It's too soon. And I closed it, but I never want to pick it back up.
You should have stuck with it then, because that's when you were being called to it.
Mm-hmm. I took a very good message from it, especially with having to hide who you are meant to be. Very true.
I loved all the metaphors
I
because there's
loved it.
definitely, the wild
Mm-hmm.
inside. I love that aspect of it.
Yeah.
'Cause,
There
they
were a
always
lot
say
of good
wild women.
quotes too. Like I
It's
remember
really well
listening to
written.
them. It is very well written, and I'm interested to read more of her work.
I think it was
Um,
a debut when it came out.
I feel like it was.
I'm pretty sure it is. Emilia Hart, not Garth, Caleb.
And I love that she lives in London. So I put that little oh look, there's actual reading group stuff in here.
Look at you. You didn't even flip to the
Oh,
bottom page. Oh, that's right.
quiet.
She wrote that Sirens book that just came out.
Oh, she did?
Yes, it's called it's something. It might just be Sirens. The Sirens by Emilia Hart just came out this month or last month.
Yeah, I was supposed to read it. I think I had an arc for it.
I think you did.
I didn't read it.
I read something online that Amelia used to be a lawyer of some sort before she started writing novels, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
It's the same thing.
And then she got sick,
Oh, I didn't
and
read
then
that
she
part.
started writing. Hmm. I think she actually had I think she had a stroke.
Oh my god.
There's actually a conversation. I keep flipping back and forth because at the end of the book, it's actually a conversation with her. So I was like trying, like, that's what I get for not reading the physical book. Um, it's like, ooh.
No, it was really well written, and so I think that just comes because clearly she's an intelligent woman, um,
Hmm.
and she had a story to tell, and that's all you need is just a drive to tell something and the ability to write it down. And if you get a good editor, even if you're not a good writer, they'll save the day. Um,
Hmm.
Now, that's to say some books should not be written because some people should not be writing, but for the most part, I welcome
Ooh.
you to write it all out. Look at you. You're hilarious.
I was like, no comment. And also, this actually won the Barnes and Noble monthly pick. I'm not
And I
sure. I
think
don't
it
remember
won
exactly when, but
Goodreads.
it did. I think it had a good reads on there too, but it's I could see it. I definitely could see it. I enjoyed it. I liked how symbolic this book was. Not even just the themes that were in it, but like the crow and the cottage, and
Mhm.
she was always drawn to like the insects, Violet and stuff. I really did like that piece of it.
It's it's very metaphorical about how the women connect with
Hmm.
nature because, women are creators of life, so they're very connected with life, and so I thought that was really nice. I love that aspect of it. I definitely need uh-oh. Um, that's funny.
For a certain book someone is writing.
We'll have to get to that. But yeah, I love the connection, the metaphor. There's some light trigger warnings because they do touch on the domestic violence quite a bit.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously during Alpha's time, like women were just,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't even know if they were as good as garbage at that time. Like there was just
No,
no power. They had no power. Everything had been taken from
nothing. Nothing at all. And I think that's where Alpha and was it Grace, her
them.
friend Grace, how their story and how they were connected and everything that went through there.
We talked about Slewfoot a little bit
Hmm.
in the last episode, and imagine Alpha. Okay,
Hmm.
she's been accused of this. She's just fighting for her freedom, and then give her an actual power. It takes it on a dark turn, but that is Slewfoot in itself.
Hmm.
Everybody's saying she's a witch because of mysterious death of her husband, and she just was like, "Hey, I'm married. I inherited this. He's dead. I want to live my life
Hmm.
out here alone. I don't want nobody bothering me." And of course, people are trying to bother you, take your land from you, take your home, take your freedom. And she got a little bit of power because she connected with the little goat man. And like I said, those people suck. Burned it down.
Not the little goat man.
I liked his story as well because you think, oh, he's just a evil devil, but there's actually
Hmm.
something secretive about like his power and everything. So it's not really an inherently evil book. It's actually quite good. So if you digged Alpha's story, which nobody really did, I still recommend Slewfoot so much. It's my favorite horror book of like the last decade.
Slewfoot still sounds creepy.
It's going to be too creepy for you, but for my other folks,
Absolutely.
pick it up.
Absolutely. No. All right. So, what would you say would be your favorite symbol in the book? We have crows and birds and nature
Mhm.
creatures. We have the wayward cottage and the land, the word wayward, insects, spiders, and plants.
I think it's going to be the cottage and the land because I
I knew
think
you were going to say that.
you know how I am about houses and everything. I think there's
Uh-huh.
just a connection to the land that I mean that's why I like nature itself because it just feels like there's a presence there and it feels
Hmm.
like a guiding hand and a protective hand at sometimes. Yeah, it can be dangerous, but the more you connect with nature, the better it is. So I would say second would be the crows.
Hmm.
I'm a sucker for birds. Look, there we go. Char's with me. The crows
I
are
was
really
going to
good.
say the crows. The crows definitely for me because, like, as soon as she pulled up to the place, she's like, there's this bird. And she
Yeah.
was terrified of birds, which actually was very interesting to me because she was like trying to run into the house away from them. And she's like, there's all these birds looking at me. Come to find out, they're actually connected. I mean, it's not a spoiler because, nature, but I
Yeah.
hope I. So it's like, I really do like that. It's cool. It has on here as far as they appear as messengers and omens and links to the wild. Also suggests the unseen and the in between. So I really like how I don't know, that one was my favorite. And then I would have to say the cottage second, just because it was like that inherited piece of land.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool knowing that like they all were necessarily there. at some point in their life. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think people who connect with the cycle of things
Mhm.
would be the spiders and the insects and the plants, because there's
Mhm.
something about, oh, spiders are dangerous, they're dangerous, but they also have a place where they eat these other insects, and
Mhm.
the plant life relies on this, and like there's this cycle of things, which I think is really cool. You really can't
Mhm.
go wrong with the symbolism
No.
that's in there, and I think the author took a really long time and took their very careful care in
Mhm.
writing this story and making those connections.
Yeah, I thought that was the most beautiful part in the story because there's like the little small mentions of like the midges and the mayflies and like hearing the crickets and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like with Violet, she made it like Violet was just attached to these things and her dad hated it. So it says in here that as far as since we're talking about it, the insects, the spiders, and the plants, they're considered creepy, but they were used as a metaphor for parts of women's power that society fears.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, isn't that? I'm like, okay, I like it.
Yeah, very symbolic. I really like
Mhm.
that. When they put it that way, yeah, I love that.
Mhm.
What was the other one? You named four.
The other one was the word wayward. So it's an old family name meaning somewhat off path, wild inside. It speaks to the character's divergence from normative roles.
That makes sense.
So like that weird, they always said like wayward and weird or wild.
But
Mhm.
it's spelled differently.
Mhm.
I don't know if you noticed this, but every time I went to type this book, I typed it wrong because I typed wayward as in WAY, not WEY.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so it's not spelled the typical way. Now,
Mhm.
granted, they're in the UK, and so maybe that is how they spelled it in the UK because they put all kinds of weird crap out there. But
It's not weird.
okay, if you say so. I hate the word aubergine. Just say eggplant. Be normal.
Eggplant. All right, so are we gonna go into a little bit of some questions here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the first one we kind of touched on it a little bit, but which do you feel most connected to and why?
Y'all all know it ain't gonna be Alpha. It's for
Team
sure.
Alpha.
It's for sure, Kate. I think there's just the modern story and
Mhm.
the um the way that she was kind of running from something, trying to rebuild. I this happens a lot in
Mhm.
horror books, really, the books that I read the most of, where there's a woman running from somebody, something monstrous, and they need to rebrand themselves, but
Mhm.
in doing so, they find their own power, and I love that.
Mhm. I definitely have to say that I liked Kate's story the most, but Violet's was the most touching, I would say. I feel like Violet had the heaviest of the stories, um, and also because she was so young. She didn't know what was what. She didn't have her mom. So I feel like hers was the heaviest for me. But I definitely favored Kate's more. Violet.
I can see that. Yeah, no, I think there was a delicate time for Violet because of
Hmm.
kind of just the father connection there, and that whole relationship was really,
Hmm.
it was kind of tough to read, and I couldn't imagine being. I'm not a woman, so I can't imagine this at all. But I can't
Hmm.
imagine just like not feeling like you have a voice or a place,
Yeah.
and
I
so
mean,
that's so
she
hard.
she basically had, like nothing. And, even her father says, if you can't act right, then I'm going to send you away to boarding school. So it was like, well, I think it was boarding school, but it was for, if she didn't get married or courted or something like that. Like that
Yeah,
was
it's
all the
essentially
women were
like a
good for.
nunnery.
Hmm. That was all the good women are good for.
And I mean that's why I mean the Catholic institution is the way it is that
Hmm.
they would rely on subservient women, and the nuns, unfortunately, after being treated like that, I mean so many Catholic nuns are, well, not anymore, I assume,
Hmm.
but they were so mean.
Yeah.
So like they were the villains in all of these things because
Hmm.
they'd been ostracized, and you're like, it's like the Killmonger situation in Black Panther. You're like, I understand you, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not doing the right way. You're mean.
Yep, you're mean just because you're mean. All right. So we have another question here. How does the novel use time? We have 1619 verse 1942 and 2019 to show both change and the continuity in women's lives. In what way do you think things have changed?
It honestly, I don't think it's changed one bit. What it has done is evolved to make it more conspicuous in how they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to steal women's voices and take their power away. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's changed not one bit, and I'm talking about right now, 2025.
Mm-mm.
I think
No.
there are always people in power who try to silence women and minorities
Mm-hmm.
and other groups like that, and it ain't going anywhere. They're just changing their tactics.
Nope. Nope. And they're trying to make it hidden necessarily, where it's like, oh, well, they won't notice this little itty bitty change, or just try and scoop it under the rug and stuff like that. So, no, I
What they've
definitely agree.
learned to do and is they've learned to make people that are part of the group part of the oppression. So you
Mm-hmm.
find, it's just like with the political climate where you get people who you're like, well, if I get somebody who represents this group to be my spokesperson for it,
Mm-hmm.
then they won't realize that it's actually meant to subjugate them.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the way that people are, we're dumb creatures. We really do just kind of follow the one with power because we think, they're the protectors of us. Well, they're the ones with the power, so we have to, kind of be protected by them. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, they abuse
Have
the
to
hell
go
out of
along with it. Mm-hmm.
it. So
Yeah.
rise up, women. I'm sick of it.
Girls rule.
Please, girl boss all day. Because I'm sick of who's doing it already. I mean, just we need to try something different.
Oh, I love it. So what else do you think? You have any other
Um,
questions that stick out to you?
I'm trying to think about. I don't want to give the ending away, so I'm trying to avoid that. I'd say, as much as it focuses on women,
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to talk about the men and the role they play in this story.
I had
And
a feeling that was coming next.
I think that's like such an important aspect here because the story isn't meant to paint all men. This is the same way that like lessons in chemistry did. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
paint all men as bad. They're not inherently bad. Um, and then I say this a lot as a man in the corporate world. Um, I'm inherently part of the boys club, and I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't like that I'm involuntarily part of this boys club, but whether by choice or not,
Mm-hmm.
I benefit from being in this club. It's not as hard for me as a male as it would be a woman in the same position, a female in the same position.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like men still have a role to play in here. And I think the biggest role they played in this, besides the oppressor, was the silent. Any men that had any power that could have stepped up and said something and then
They
fought back,
didn't.
they didn't. Not a
They
single one.
didn't.
The dad in Violet's situation had an
Mm-mm.
opportunity to do a lot, and instead he used his power the wrong way.
And he just locked her away.
Yeah.
Just like they mentioned with the mom. Nobody knew what was going on with the mom. It was like she kind of just disappeared. And even Violet, I mean, I don't think she really truly figured out what happened to her mom.
No, I don't think that's ever discussed.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I don't recall that being anything that stuck out for me while reading.
I
Was
don't think it's
if
ever explored.
mm-mm.
So I
I
think
think
you're
it's
meant
just
to
that
take the
mystery.
yeah, I think you're meant to take that and use that
Mhm.
ambiguously. Like, well, what did they do with women at the time?
Mhm.
Asylums, medication, all
Mhm.
of that. Yeah,
Hanging.
yeah, well, yeah. Unfortunately, fires and hangings and drownings and stonings and all the
Mhm.
other awful stuff.
All
Uh,
of the things.
all right, Shara, with a question. What was the greatest lesson for both ladies? Hmm.
I would say that you have power in you. I
Yeah.
think that both of the like ladies more so. I mean, all of them, honestly. I would say all of them. They had that I'm weak, I can't do anything. And then when they realized their lineage, that's when they were stronger to realize that they weren't alone, that they weren't alone at all at any point, and that they had power in them, the so-called wild inside of them. So I would have to say that they definitely are powerful and they don't have to be afraid to be powerful. I guess if
Yeah.
that's.
I like if we paint this like this, you think of Alpha. Alpha really had the confidence, the power.
Hmm.
She knew she had the power.
She knew who she
And
was.
she had no power to
But
fight
she had to
against these
hide. She
people.
had to
Yes.
hide, though. That
And
was
then
Altha.
when you get to Violet, you have the benefit of seeing Violet at kind of two times where you have her
Hmm.
young, naive, she doesn't know. And
Hmm.
then the Violet that we hear about when she, older and through Kate's story as the great aunt is she did find her power. And
Hmm.
so you get to see that metamorphosis, and then you get to see that happen with Kate where she goes into this, not even, as it goes down the line, it feels like people get less aware of
Hmm.
these things. And so by the time she does discover this about herself, um, it's a really powerful metamorphosis moment. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I would
Overall, I mean,
definitely
you guys are
say.
strengthening my rating. Maybe it was a good 4. I wish I
I'd
had
say
had the time to read.
I still stick to my 3.5. Just because, like I said, the pacing. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like I said, it was an easy read, but it was just a slower read. And I think my three and
Yeah,
a
it
half
didn't
is
take a
only
lot of
because
investment.
no, I think mine was more so because I had been reading so much action and fantasy and those that some books require you to have to sit with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is definitely that book. It requires you to sit there, um, to really dig in on, how you feel reading it and all the things for it.
My goodness. It, it was a good pick. I was
Hmm.
really surprised when they picked it. I
Hmm.
think we would have had a easier time with the books that we were reading, that we've both been reading, if this was
Hmm.
one of the thrillers that we put up there. But I don't know that
Yeah,
we would have had as good of a time, meaning
I
high
don't
enough
think
rating.
so. I don't think so because sometimes, like, I know for me, I actually read more books this month, and it was because I did read more thrillers. For me, I can read a thriller in a day.
There's
I can
just not a
start it
lot of
early in the
substance
morning and
to a lot of
finish it. There's not, and there's usually not any type of anything that makes you sit and ponder on it, where you're like, oh, and just the
them.
thrillers
It's just
don't have
entertainment.
that. Hmm. Like this really feels like a book club book. I will definitely say
Yeah.
this one because of the layers and all the different things in it, the themes, the metaphors, all that
What
stuff.
about what about a book that we read? What book does this book remind you of that we read?
Mm.
I'm getting
Doesn't come to the top of my head. We are
Adrian.
actually. Oh,
I'm getting a lot of like
yeah,
that
it
female
does because
empowerment, magical realism. Yeah.
she does actually have a lot of books like that. It was the it's not the Sea of Unspoken Things. Hold on.
Spells for
So that
Forgetting,
yes,
which
man,
was a
we
little
read
bit
that
different.
long ago.
It was February, I think.
Oh my
Um, I think there were some themes here that carry over for Spells for Forgetting, but I'd say probably closer to something like the Unmaking of June Farrow
God.
was probably more in line with that
Oh,
than.
I love that book. Oh, I loved Unmaking of June Farrow. I will reread that book like 1,000 times.
Look, you are not alone, Char. It is hard to find time to just like sit down and do that. I
This
would have,
one
I
was just
really wish I
hard.
reread.
This one was just harder to definitely just sit there and do that. Since we're speaking of books that we have previously read, um, so we have read 12 books. because
Only
two of
12?
them don't count. Two of them don't count
Why?
because the very first book I did was Fourth Wing,
That don't
and then
count.
the
I wasn't
second
part of it, and I
one,
wasn't gonna read it.
and then the second one I did was Spell Shop.
Oh yeah. I joined
Uh-huh.
at that point, but I didn't. I wasn't actively
Six,
participating.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at 12 books. That
A
means we
whole
made it a
year,
year. Yes. How
which is
exciting.
wild because we're also coming. There is a moth in here. It's like a little moth. God, I can't
I
stand it.
was like, I was like, Caleb,
I was
what's
gonna
wrong?
clap it, but yeah. Sorry, I'm losing it. We're also coming up on 12 months. It's 12 months for the
Yes.
podcast.
Yes. This is exciting. We've
Happy
really been doing
anniversary.
it. Yeah. And then even better, we're actually going to be able to announce November's book live. We have never
I
been
will
able to do that
say
before.
the poll doesn't technically end for another 55 minutes, so I don't think we timed it right.
That's
But
okay. That's
we're
okay.
I think
I'm
it's
pretty
easy
sure
enough
I
to
know what
announce
it's
it.
going to be. I'm pretty
Unless
sure. It's Poppy
unless it
War.
really no,
We are
nice
reading
try.
Poppy
You I got receipts, okay?
War.
Thank you, Shalane. You're right. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
it's
I'm
gonna be
pretty
this book.
sure.
I'm gonna give it a
I
couple more
know.
minutes,
Hmm.
but then we'll announce it then.
Yes, I agree. But this has been definitely fun. And I just it's really wild to think that we literally were just reading books and it's like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, let's do it.
Like,
I think that's super exciting that we
y'all, you
have.
don't even understand. We were just, I mean, we had really just kind of reconnected too. Maybe
Mhm.
earlier in the year, last year, and we started texting more and like talking about books and things like that. And we kept saying like,
Mhm.
man, wouldn't it be really cool to do this? Or, I this is my dream. And like at some
Mhm.
point, Ashley just said, let's just do it. And we bought some. I did a bunch of research and found a little bit of equipment, and we rented a
Mhm.
space the first time, which was really cool.
I
Um,
was. I
I
missed
really,
that place and
I
the
do
ice
too.
cream.
Even though we broke the ice cream machine, um,
You broke the ice cream machine.
the instructions weren't very clear,
No, they were not. They definitely were
but
not
it
very
was
clear.
really good. I loved that
Mhm.
place, but um, maybe at some point we can do that again. But
Mhm.
this isn't a for profit thing that we do right now. We're really just
No, this is just a
vibing.
passion. This is fun, and I think
And
I love that we keep it so that it's fun. I feel like, and that's one thing that I have promised, and you have also promised that we'll never have our book club with a fee. We'll never have a book club with a fee. I mean, it's bad enough. I mean, not bad, but I mean, you have to bring your own book. But I love the fact that when we are in this group, that we are in this group for one thing, and that's to read and to vibe and to read with friends. And I love that. I think that really shows in, our reading, our hangouts, our lives, things like that. So,
yeah, I think as we grow and as we picture this, I don't know where it goes. I don't We've got things on the
hmm
horizon that are going to make some changes, and who knows what's
hmm
going to happen. But if this grows and grows and grows and we keep growing and it becomes what I really hope one day it will be,
hmm
we may have things where there is more opportunity to connect with us. But in terms of the
hmm
Who Needs Reads book club, it will always
hmm
be free. It will always be open to everybody.
yeah,
I know
it
some other
should
people
be.
who do like multiple book clubs where they're like, here's a private book club for my Patreon character or people,
No.
which that's one thing, but it's not the same. I don't really want to read multiple book club books, so
Mm-mm.
I ain't got it like that.
It's too hard because then it feels like more of a chore. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to read this, and oh my gosh, I have to read this. And I like that I have, like the set books that I have. And I have our book, but our book is usually already on my list at some point, anyways. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, great. I can read this with the club and we can chat about it. And then the other ones usually kind of fit along with it as well, too.
They're always on our radar when we pick a book. Like we put the polls together, guys. So it's not like it's a book that we're just like, I don't want anything to do with it. But they're not always like books that are top of mind, or they might be books that we decide, oh, well, if this gets picked, I'll definitely read it. Otherwise, it might be a year or more before I actually get
Mm-hmm.
to it. So I like that the book club
Weyward.
kind of keeps me. I've got, what else did we read? I was never going to read Our Infinite Fades.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. No.
Um,
Mm-mm.
really, that's the only one you didn't finish. So actually, you didn't read 12 books because you didn't finish 13th Child.
But however, I did read Spell Shop and I read Fourth Wing, so don't come for me.
Uh, I read 2 books that
I
month
read
too that
I
weren't
read
on the
those books
thing.
alone.
You did. Well, everybody was reading Fourth Wing, so you weren't alone then.
I
But
was like, even if this book club is just me, we're gonna read it.
I bet you in
I
November,
don't think there was any comments or anything on them, were they?
no, every single person was probably reading Fourth Wing the
It
month you
was
were reading
Shara
it.
and I. It was Shara and I for Fourth Wing.
OG,
Uh-huh. Yep.
missing all
The
kinds of
first
comments.
the first comment on there was Shara and I.
Look, in person is hard.
In person is very hard.
It
It's
would be so
just
fun to have just like a chill night with some,
mm-hmm.
charcuterie and wine and just chill and talk about the book.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see a lot of times those devolve into just like social hour, which I mean that's all this kind of is too. But at least we talk about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, so there were comments in here for okay, so October we did One Dark Window. That's what really sparked everything. Yes, I'm still looking at old posts.
you're fine. See, this is the kind of see. I think I got to give Ashley credit for really diving deep into the books that we read now, because your comments before on books used to be like, "Yeah, I like it,"
Mm-mm.
and then you just be silent.
Mm-hmm.
And now you actually talk about the books.
I'm trying. That's
You're
something that I
getting
have
much better.
I have such a hard time. Yeah, don't read it and don't finish it.
Don't, that's not true. I liked the book. Oh
I
damn!
did it. I did it. Oh gosh, that book was brutal.
Listen, you sound
That
like
book
me
was
talking about the damn sequels to
You're
Dowry of
like,
Blood the
just
other
don't
day.
read it.
I was like,
I
don't
would
pick that
say
book up.
definitely pick up a different book. That one, I just got tired of them, going at each other so long,
It
like
was repetitive. I'll say that.
okay, that's a better word because I'm like, okay, well, at what point does this end? I will say that I am a little disappointed that the book that I really wanted us to read this month did not win. So we can put on there that
With your Karen Slaughter.
no,
Which one?
hold on, I'm getting it. I am really so we have to read this together. Okay. It did
Whoa.
not make it for book club, but we have to look at this. Look at this. Do you know what this is? Look at
Oh.
Caleb's face.
Oh my God. It just
I
came out.
bought it. I bought it, but we need to read this because this was literally our November book last year.
It was. So yeah,
I
I think
really
you and I should definitely read it this month, even though I'm not like
yes.
super excited, but I think I'm more excited about it than the original one. Oh, those end papers are real. Oh. Oh, that's really nice.
Read it. See. Look at it.
I
It's
like that. I like
gorgeous.
that.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, well, I might be listening to that one in Vegas.
And then it's got, of course, it's backwards, but it's gorgeous.
It was good for us. It was the right way.
Yes.
I the competition kind of thing is over, which I'm kind of happy about. So I'm
Hmm.
hoping this next thing, but I also think book 2 is going to level up the spice, and I'm just not here for it.
Um, I hope it doesn't.
It will.
But sometimes a little bit too much spice is a little off-putting for me.
I will
Especially
say
some.
that it's a Hades Persephone retelling, but it's a
Hmm.
reimagining.
Yeah.
Um, and it didn't feel like it until the very end, and now you're like, oh, I see how this is going to go. So I think book 2 is definitely going to be spicier. And if I had to
I
guess, it's going to take the Akatar route where the spice from the beginning isn't necessarily how this is going to play out. So
please don't tell me that. Because
I
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
be disappointed. You know me.
I don't know.
All right. So let's see. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Shalane said she needs to read the first one,
Yes.
and
We read it last
I think I
November.
gave it
It
3 or
was,
3.5. I think I gave it a good one.
I think I gave it 4.
They had too much going on for me. Look, I don't blame you.
No, it was so good. But remember, she's the one that picked the book. She's like, yeah, we're going to read this one because it was before we had the poll or something, or it was a tiebreaker or something. And we
Yeah, I think she
said,
picked a tiebreaker.
yes, yes. And we said, okay, well, Shira will pick this one because it's a tiebreaker. And then she didn't even read.
That's not how my bank account works. I don't have the first book. I'm not going to buy the second one yet.
Oh
If
my
I really enjoy the
goodness.
second one, I'll buy the series.
I'm curious to see what it is rating currently.
My guess is on Goodreads. Are you on Goodreads or are you on Fable?
I'm on Fable because that's where mine would
Okay.
be.
Then I would say it's probably got a 4.1 on Fable.
Yeah, it does. It has a
Yeah.
4.1 for the games Gods Play, which is the first one. And then does it tell you like your actual rating on it?
If you scroll down, you'll see it maybe. I don't know.
No, it doesn't tell you what you put on it. I have to figure this stuff out. 4.3 for the things Gods Break.
I'm pretty sure it came out on April, so
And
it's just too early.
it's got the explicit content on it, so I think you might be right on this one. Might be a little spicy.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah.
Might be a little bit spicy.
That's all right.
Reviews. I have a lot of reviews in here. I am really proud of myself for putting these in here.
Totally support buying a book just because it's pretty. No, don't let Ashley hear that because that's half Ashley's books.
Hold, please. Here's one. These are plain. They don't count. See, it was important for me to put these here.
You're hilarious.
So now I want her to see. So I got this one. Immortal Consequences. Look how gorgeous it is. And then Immortal Dark. And look
I
how
don't like the
gorgeous that
Immortal
one
Dark
is.
cover.
Well,
And I only Immortal Consequences. We got it as a book of the month.
yes. The Immortal Dark, though, it is kind of spooky, but it's fitting because it was Shara talking about me in my books.
No, I gotta do a quick shout out. Sarah from the book club was on our live but couldn't figure out how to comment. So she
Oh
went into
no.
Fable and commented. She said, "Great
Okay.
chat on YouTube. I couldn't figure out how to comment, but wanted to share. I gave it a 3.5, and I think
Okay.
I may be the
Fitting.
only one who enjoyed Alpha's storyline. We
Oh,
got a
but
team
that's
Alpha.
exciting though. That is exciting. We have a team out there. See,
Oh,
I
thanks so
think
much,
it was
Sarah.
pretty good. Thank you. I love that. I still haven't reached our other. I think I read too many books. I didn't even realize I read this many books. Caleb, I think you're rubbing off on me.
Good. That's the way to go.
There's a lot of books in here. Okay, so Games God's Play, I gave it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a 4. But I
All
also
right.
read it right after The Women. And
Did
we
you?
all, oh, 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 oh. I want to reread The Women. I do. I want to read that book again.
I
I
actually read The Women at the very end of the year.
uh-uh.
I gave it a 3.5 star rounded up.
When we talked about it in our podcast, I had pulled it for one of the
December.
shows we talked about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because we were like rounding up and stuff, the most memorable reads or something, and that was one of them. So we ended up talking about, I think, in May or something.
Yeah, that Immortal Consequences, we got that special edition as well from Book of the Month. It is pretty.
I have to say, I am sick of Book of the Month making me spend an extra $3 on books because they're pretty.
They ain't make you do nothing because I skipped this month. They didn't make me do nothing.
No, I absolutely purchased this month. As soon as I saw Cursed Daughters, I was. I don't think I've ever purchased anything so fast.
I
And
did
you know
buy,
me.
I have Aardvark, so I did get an Aardvark book.
Well, you know me. I usually wait until like the very like middle or after the hype goes down. I usually like wait for so long. But as soon like the email came out, I immediately went in there. I saw Cursed Daughters. I checked out. I even put my Wally in there. The River is waiting as well too. So I just went
Yeah.
ahead and got 2 books. But I don't think I've ever checked out as fast before.
Kristen Hanna's books are all like,
They're
I'm gonna
so
say
good.
sad. They're emotionally impactful.
But
From
they're good though. Like I
I
really
don't
loved
know.
I can say I really enjoyed reading The Nightingale. And I didn't think that I was going to enjoy reading that one as much as I did, but I thoroughly enjoyed reading that one.
I need y'all to tell me the one Kristen Hanna book that I have to read. Is
The
it
Women.
Nightingale or is it The Women?
The
Or
Women.
you've only read 2 though. I need
But
you to read
because
like
you're
one more.
Caleb and I know you need to read The Women because you're going to get bored with The Nightingale. I don't think The Nightingale would be. That's
Damn.
awesome.
Shalane, you got
That's
all
awesome.
5 or did you get some different ones?
No, I love that.
See, look, Shalane says The Nightingale.
I have to say
I
The
feel drawn
Women.
to The Nightingale more than The Women.
Well, The Nightingale was, I would say both of them are very impactful, but The Nightingale was written during World War II.
And I feel like
So
that's
it
more gonna
had
be
a it had a
I don't
different
know.
aspect to it. I like the I don't know how to explain it. I liked it, but for me having to compare the two, I will say The Women was more impactful for me because
Okay.
it dealt with the military. It dealt with the women in the war, the nurses that nobody ever really talked about. And like these women were in there, they were saving lives and they were risking their lives to save the men that were injured. So for
Yeah.
to me, The Women was definitely more of, I would say, a more impactful read just because of the nature of who we were reading about, like Frankie. Frankie was my girl. I love me some Frankie. Thanks, Shalane. So
All
I
right, it's after
definitely have to
7
say The
o'clock.
Women.
I think we've got to announce the book club
No,
pick.
I don't want it to happen.
Look, I ain't got 2 Kristen Hannas in me right now. I might get through one, and then a year later another.
I think you would enjoy The Women more because it has more, I would say it has more
Is there
action
more
to it.
action? Okay, okay.
It
Then
has more
you
action.
sold me.
Yeah, like some of the airstrikes and stuff, like it literally feels like, and I listened to it, which made it even more impactful because that audiobook was on point. It was on point. I don't even think I've ever said that before in any of our podcasts or anything, but definitely I suggest The Women.
Ashley, you're not gonna like it. There's 33 minutes left, but I don't think there's any time for this poll to change. I
Let
think
me
we're gonna
create a
call
new
it.
account.
But then there'd just be a tie, and then we got to rock paper scissors it out.
I got like 4 different devices in me.
Oh my god! No, I got to go create extra accounts too because I'm fighting.
I really want Poppy War.
Okay, look, she's on your side now.
Team Ashley.
Sh-
I'm telling
Shalane is
you.
a ride or die.
I'm telling you. I got
All
those. I
right.
got those Rex.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this book up here in the corner?
Tears.
Because we're gonna go ahead and say the time of death. Red City's winning. Um,
I
which
knew it was going to win. It was close. It was close. I will say
I would
Poppy
grab it,
War
but
in
it's at
Red
the bottom of my
City,
list or my stack over here.
they were definitely pull the book out.
But I gotta unbury it. All right, give me a second.
You can unbury it. Really? So we are going to read for the month of November Red City by Marie Lu. There we go. Look how
I
gorgeous
mean,
that is. Caleb paid the money for the fancy book. I didn't want to pay it.
it's not. I don't like the sprayed edges. Anybody else got this edition? Let me know if you liked it or not. I don't love the sprayed edges.
Do you have the thing for it? Hold on, let me see. I can
This
summarize it real quick.
well, I'm just gonna read the back of it because it's got some taglines that I think really what sold me.
Okay.
It says, alchemy and ambition, power and perfection, love and lies. Welcome to Angel City. Don't let it break your heart. I mean, I don't need more than that. I bought it on the premise that this is the first adult novel by Marie Lu. Mostly writes YA. So it is, I think, considered a romantasy, which, okay, here we go again. But I think it might be more in line with something that's more like a more high action um, Night in the Moth kind of romantasy, where there's definitely romance, but it's not super heavy. And I want to say this one has Godfather kind of mafia feels to it.
Yeah, it says
So,
The Godfather meets the magicians in this sweeping adult debut from #1 New York Times bestselling author Marie Lu. Perfect for fans of E. E. Schwab, Red City is a dark and deadly contemporary fantasy of magical warfare, star-crossed ambition, and the pursuit of perfection at any cost, set in a glittering alternate Los Angeles. Rock, paper, scissors, I love it. I will
um,
say, I'll read this last piece. Alchemy is the hidden art of transformation, an exclusive power wielded by crime syndicates that market it to the world's elites in the form of sand, a drug that enhances those who take it to a more perfect version of themselves. Okay, I'm a little more drawn to it now. A little more drawn to it now.
and yes, everyone agrees, Shalane. This is 100% just extortion for books just to get the. But at least with like Immortal Consequences, it's a really pretty book. But if they're going to
Hmm.
step their game up, if you're going to give me a special edition, you need, first of all, don't send me a book with damaged
I'm,
cover, but also
I'm gonna
give
say
me
it
a
doesn't
cover.
even have it doesn't have anything like if you were to purchase it at the store for a special
No.
edition, like the ones I got. They actually have like stuff on the cover of them. There's like
Yeah,
the
you've got the cover, you've
embossing and
got
things.
the
The end
end
pages.
pages. Yeah.
Does that one even have end pages in it or anything?
No, it is just, I mean, it's pretty in
Oh,
red, but it's just red.
oh, well, that stinks.
Which, like, first of
Do
all,
they
Book of the Month
have it?
does this, okay?
They
This is
should
how
have
Book of
made
the
that
Month
one a
gets the
different
covers.
color. They
I
should have
hate
made the Red City
this.
a different color. I mean,
The blue,
thing in the
yeah.
corner. Hmm.
Um, Aardvark does a really good thing with all of their books. So I don't have an Aardvark book up here right now, but they integrate their symbol
Hmm.
into the cover.
Oh,
So it's not in the way of anything. It doesn't feel like it's just like it feels like part of the cover. Aardvark does really good. If you are looking for another book box, Aardvark is so good for the darker kind of readers. I noticed that a lot of them,
that one's different. That's on Amazon.
that's Amazon's version of it, yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, I'm
Aardvark
sorry.
definitely has much more horror and like dark thrillers and different things like that centered books.
Hmm.
So you're not going to get a whole lot of like I think Book of the Month does a lot of like romance and contemporary things. So they're different boxes for different people, but Aardvark is really good.
I keep seeing the Allurial one or something.
Illumicrate?
It's Allurial
Illumicrate
is
is
no.
really nice. Fairy Loot is really nice, but they're too
Fairy Loot
expensive for
is
me.
really nice. Fairy Loot is really nice. I told you that for Emily. It was Allurial, I think. I don't remember, but there's one that starts with an A and they have like a fancy A on theirs.
That's what the Aardvark one looks like.
No, it's different. Mm,
Okay. There's a lot of book boxes out there, y'all.
too many.
There are too many, but these ones are staying right around the price that I'm willing to pay. I am not paying 35, $40 a month for a book box. There's a
Mm-mm.
local bookstore by us called Black Cat Books and More in Medina, which they're the ones that did the book expo that I couldn't make it to because I was going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have a book box and they send you the book and a bunch of bookmarks and fun stuff, but it's $35 a month. Which, I mean, it's a local bookstore, so like I do want to support my indie peoples, but $35 is steep. That's both of these boxes. I'd be giving up Book of the Month and Aardvark just to do that. And I
And I
think it's
don't see you
quarterly.
getting rid of Book of the Month.
I don't want to get rid of the Book of the Month because number one, I'm hoping they sponsor us one day. Number two,
I would
I
love a
do
sponsor.
like it's the original, it's the OG of book boxes.
Mm,
And I do like maybe 8 months out of the year, I think they have really good selections. Like last month I bought 3.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is still a good one. I really dig in Aardvark, but yeah, I don't know. I'll continue to look out there. If anybody else has other suggestions as to other book boxes that they love, I know Fairy Loot is awesome and Illumicrate is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Brandon Sanderson has one, but I can't afford it. So yeah,
I didn't know he had one.
it's it's not like every month. It's like a Kickstarter thing. So I'm like, I want to back it, but also his books are already too expensive. I want to get all the leather bound editions for all of the Mistborn books, and they're 120 to $150 a pop.
Mm. I just did our Red City.
The defeat in your voice.
I just did it. I switched it.
You've never skipped Book of the Month, Shalane?
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow. I say this
Oh.
with love in my heart, but girl, you'll read anything. There been some bad ones, but
There's some on there I can't find anything.
I don't read the flowery ones.
Hmm. I'm mad that I didn't get, so the one that I did skip, I'm mad that I actually thought about it more, but the Heartbreak Hotel one or something,
Yeah,
I wish I would have got that one because that one just seemed like it would be a nice book. But for me, I don't want a whole, like, I think I'm officially out of the stage where I'm buying all of the books because I want to buy all the books. I'm now
yeah,
in
I
a
feel you.
stage where I'm buying like the chunky books because, sometimes you just need to sit down with a chunky book. Um, and then I'm like, I mean, that's pretty much it. Nonfiction I'm buying, chunky books.
When was the last nonfiction you read?
I just read The Garden Within
See, I don't hear you talk about it. Where's that on the podcast, girl?
because it didn't fit the theme.
Okay, fair on the last one. We haven't been doing recaps. We've been doing themed episodes. You're right.
Hmm.
You're right.
I am gonna get more. I actually have some more that I want to read. So,
Well, you also
um,
finished Red Rising. You didn't even text me. I mean, I only found out yesterday because you happened to mention it. And I'm
I
like, what do
really
you
did
mean?
forget because I wanted it to be. I mean, I was excited with the very beginning. There were some parts in there I was like, oh. Um,
There
but
are.
me and sci-fi, we're still trying to find our home. Like we just
I like the video you sent me earlier of the Hunger Games comparisons. This is the Hunger Games,
Yes.
but make it Star Wars, and it was Red Rising.
Yes. Yes. And see,
And I
Star
don't
Wars for me,
necessarily agree with that, the Star Wars
uh-huh.
aspect to it. I
Maybe
think
because
it's
of the
more,
planets. Maybe the planets.
yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
but in my opinion, it's more aligned with The Will of the Many, but that came out after Red
I
Rising.
plan on actually reading that one this month. I did put that on my Kindle and
They're
I
so
used one
similar.
of my audio
Okay. Did you get the
Everend.
graphic audio?
No, I did the
Okay.
regular one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. We talked
Okay.
about that. The graphic audio is really awesome. Just like I like
Mhm.
the Dungeon Crawler Carl books with the
Mhm.
all the sound booth theater and all the stuff, but it also at times can get a little too loud with the sound effects, and then I don't know what the hell's going
Mhm. And then you don't know what's going on. I did listen to the graphic audio for this time around for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and that was actually very exciting. I think the graphic audios are awesome if you're going to do a reread because it's like, well, I don't want
on.
to
You already know.
read or
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like it's more exciting. It feels like you're reading a different book. So I was okay with doing that. Um but I like to do the regular just starting out because it's too hard to follow if
Yeah.
you're reading the book. Like I like for the person to read the book to me, especially if I'm playing my Switch.
I have definitely found, so I used to be like, there were a couple where I'm like, I just can't listen to the
Mhm.
audiobook. It's been ruined. I haven't had one of those. Maybe I've just been picking better books. Maybe they're just getting better at
Mhm.
narrating books, but I still pick up at least, I read 150 books a year. I still pick up 50 books every year where I can hear them
Mhm.
breathing and swallowing, and I am sick of it. Please. That's something you would expect. Like,
Yeah.
I edited our videos. You
Mhm.
can hear me breathing. But
Mhm.
you got millions of dollars. Do better. I'm sick of hearing
Mhm.
like cut that out. Shit.
Oh gosh. That brings me to like my client service days when I was on the phone and like you would get that person in your ear. Oh, cringy.
Just like, or you'd hear, oh, I hate nothing worse than somebody who hacks something up.
Caleb.
My bad. I got a little,
Caleb Caleb is going on a tangent.
it's my soapbox over here. They need to do better, okay? Listen, I
Oh
consume
man.
audio like it is my job. One day, hopefully, it will be. But you can tell, and there have been Red Rising was actually one of them where it
Mhm.
started really well, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden I was hearing this guy breathe and swallow, and I'm like, "What did we do?"
But my question is, how can you hear them breathe and swallow if you listen to it on a 3?
And that's what makes it worse. It's just a fast swallow. You don't cut it out.
Oh gosh.
We are an endless source of entertainment. I told everybody on the podcast these lives get kind of crazy.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Well, we've had a great time.
We
It was a
have.
success. I think
Mhm.
we've only had a couple books that I'd say were pretty much failures.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we've had a good run of books. I'd say if we can pick 8 to 10 good books every year, it's worth it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we're not doing our jobs.
I'm pretty sure Red City is going to be fast swallow. I'm pretty sure Red City is going to give that adventure. Um, and I think it's going to be actually a pretty good pace because we did just read Wayward and it was
Mhm.
slower. Red City is going to be a little bit of a faster book, hopefully much faster. So I'm excited. I
Oh,
do have the audio already. What's that?
the alchemy symbols. You better bust out your
Oh, there's
Brandon
alchemy in
Sanderson.
there.
Yes, this is all about alchemy.
You know what? I know we have to go, but why are all these books have alchemy in them recently as a magic
Because
system?
alchemy is such a cool. So real quick tangent. So Brandon Sanderson, I follow him on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And he talked about the origin of allomancy from Mistborn,
Okay.
and he said, he talked about a couple of things. Number one, the Force in the Star Wars is one thing, but he talked about how he writes in that it's like the Renaissance era. It's not quite medieval, it's a little after. And
Hmm.
in that time, there was a mixture between alchemy, and which was the attempt to explain things with science, but still had like connotation of like folklore and things. And so a
Mm.
lot of times it was you're explaining things with science, but then there's also like a magical aspect to it. So he's like, well, how would they be explaining
Oh.
metals and ingesting these different types of things? And then he talked about, oh, you ingest this and then it gives you a different kind of power. And then he
Hmm.
molded it around the thief story, which the first book is.
Okay, because
So I
that
love
makes more
alchemy.
sense. Because the Alchemist book, that one, that's all alchemy. This one's alchemy. Brandon Sanderson, Red Rising didn't have it in there.
No,
I feel like there
that
was
one's
a touch
pure
of it, but it
science.
didn't have. No, that one didn't have it, and weird genetic mutations. And I'm looking for Red City on my Kindle because I know I put it on here. It's
Yeah.
somewhere living here. It's somewhere on here. At least I downloaded it.
Well, this one would be one that I think I'll get a good feel for it this week. Who
Hmm.
knows? I might finish it this week. I might take it and
I
just
did
knock
have
it
the
out.
arc for it, so I actually have the arc. They gave it to me. Um, but I mean, it's already out, so it's kind of pointless. But I have the arc, you know.
I
And
mean, that's okay.
it does mention a handful of words. It doesn't have what you have in yours. There's one, two, three, four, five. There's only five vocabulary words on mine.
1974. Hello, welcome in.
Hello,
I don't know what your comment means,
1974. High color book. I don't know.
but hey, we're
Hey,
here for it.
welcome. Welcome, welcome. Well, this is a good line. Alchemy is more than just a transformation of something into something else. It is not about changing lead into gold or stone into water or any other element into another element. No, alchemy is about that eternal ache in us for perfection. It is our regret over all the things we never achieved, all the dreams we never got to fulfill. It is the questions that haunt us in the late hours of the night. Who are you and who are you becoming?
Wow.
Okay, I'll read it.
If it's calling to you, read it now.
No.
I don't even want to
I
talk to you next month
finished
because
I finished
you and
Wayward. I am going to read Cursed Daughters.
okay.
Like I'm reading that. That's the one that's calling to me. I even have the arc for that one. My other one's supposed to be delivered, but that one's calling to me. I'm gonna read that one first, and then I will see where the waters take me.
I'll accept it. You got to read it. You've already done
I'll
your
read it.
DNF for the year, so you have to finish all the books for the rest of the year.
That wasn't this year. That was last year.
No, it was January.
That was January's book.
I think so.
I'm gonna read Red City. I might not just read it just like right now.
Yeah.
I will
Well,
totally let
this
you
will
know
be
how
the first
Cursed
time
Daughters
we've
is.
started a book and we're going to have the discussion before the end of the month.
Yes, and
Will be the
actually,
last
I
day.
will be sure. Well, so we'll have our post. So I do like that we were able to announce it. So I'll make sure that we have Poppy War ready for December.
Look, maybe I'll be more in the mood for it. Um,
I'll have Poppy War ready for December's announcement, you know? But no, we will definitely launch it beforehand. We're going to have some books. I don't know exactly what we're putting on there yet for December, but
we'll
we'll
look at
see.
some new releases. We'll look at some backlisted things, and we
Hmm.
always come up with a good poll. We always have a couple things on there, and I was so sure, like if we didn't have such a strong lineup, I was really down for that Frederick Bachman at Beartown. I thought it would be really fun.
We can put it back
Uh,
on there.
so maybe we'll put that back on there. It's got good winter vibes.
Hmm.
I just don't think it's gonna win. I don't think people are really wanting to read, and it's gonna be like a slower, non-actiony kind of story, but his writing is so awesome. So we'll see.
Let's see. I'll find something. I'll think of some things and research some things. I do want it to be where we can have like a powwow like this. I think that's really cool. But
Yeah.
also something to tie in, maybe like some holiday kind of themes, tones, something like that. So I'll definitely do that. I'll
Holiday
definitely do that.
themes. I don't want no Christmas books.
It's not going to be a Christmas book.
Good Lord.
Trust me.
Trying to
Trust the
hit you with the fluff.
process. Trust the process.
See, I've only read the one Bachman and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to it. I might just read it myself. I don't need y'all.
I would read it with you.
Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah.
I would read it with you.
All
All
right.
right.
We're going to sign off. We talked for an hour and a half tonight. Jeez.
That was fun.
It's because everybody joined. I had such a good time. Thank you, Shalane and or Shara and whoever 1974.
Hey, I'm all for it. And Sarah, you said Sarah came in?
Oh, and Sarah commented, yes, on there.
Mm-hmm.
Did she comment
Yeah.
again? I got another notification over here. No, that was you.
I don't get the notifications on there. I did switch the book, so it's probably a notification of that.
It was that, yeah. Well, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking real forward to next time. And please connect with us on Instagram, here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified for reading sprints, more lives like this, or our podcast that comes out every 2 weeks. And then join us over on Fable for the book club. If you aren't already a member, we just want to hang out and talk about books. That's all
It's
we want
so
to do.
fun. It's so great. I love it. It's always a fun time.
All right, we're going to sign off, and we have a traditional sign off here at the Bookish Buzz / WhoNeedsReads, and we're going to say
Happy reading.
happy reading. Have a good night, everybody.
Night night. Thanks.